Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. I hope you're enjoying 2022, the year of the GG Primal. Unfortunately, Kadala does not agree. I cannot for the life of me get her to give me a nice pair of Cyclone Strike shoulders. Pretty much about the only thing that I'm missing. GG for the monk. We've got some really nice gloves. I've got a really nice binding of the Lesser Gods. And then this morning, these bad boys dropped. So yeah, RNG is going pretty well for me, but not on the shoulders. So I do need to do some reforges. So this today is going to be a guide on how to do bounties in the fastest time possible, in my opinion, on the monk. Now, we have built this, I think, last season. It seemed very popular. Obviously, it's even easier this season because it is that much more powerful. Now, bounties suck, let's be honest. I don't enjoy doing them, but this is probably one of my favourite builds to do it on, simply because it is so fast and it's got perma teleport. We've got about 3,000 Forgotten Souls, so I think that gives us 60 reforges. So we would need 60 times 5, 300 bounty mats. So obviously, you know, we've got a way to go to balance those two things out. So I am behind on my bounties, but as we say, that's because they suck. Before we do jump in and go through it, though, as always, guys, thumbs up really does help out, as does a comment. So let me know, what's your favourite bounty build in the game? Do you prefer playing the Inner Monk? Do you prefer playing the DH? Are you one of those spinny barbs? And I did actually the other day see a Hydra Wizard, which is a rare sight. Yeah, so let me know, what's your favourite bounty build? Okie dokie, so the way this works is it is a mix of inner and raiment. We need to be taking 3 raiment pieces. You definitely need shoulders because there are no inner shoulders. Other than that, the raiment pieces can be gloves, pants, boots, or chest plate. Don't take the raiment hat because you need to take the inner's spirit stone because it rolls with spirit regen. The more spirit regen we get, the easier this is to play. Inner wise, we have to take the daybow, we have to take the belt. Gloves and pants, as we say, can be mixed with the raiment. Stats that we like are resource cost reduction. That is probably #1 priority, but these are just completely GG gloves, so I'm not rolling resource cost on them. But you know, you certainly could do. Cooldown is great. Mystic Allied damage is great on shoulders and chest. And other than that, we're then picking up damage to crit, so very much kind of resource cost reduction 1, cooldown 2, damage 3, I think is probably the way that I would play it. On the day, but do make sure that you guess spirit regen on it. The ideal, I think, would be spirit regen and resource cost reduction. If you're going the Essence of Anguish for the gem, obviously you need to make sure you do have poison damage, so quite the shopping list for this. But we played this absolutely fine last season without the ethereal, just using a crit damage gem. So honestly, any of the soul shards will work with this. You don't have to sweat the poison, but it is what we're taking. The secondary property that we've unlocked on this is we basically just deal extra damage from all sources. We've got holy skills, so obviously not great. You would prefer to be matching whatever you've got on your Stone of Jordan, if that is the route you're going. If you're not going Stone of Jordan route, you obviously want cold damage, you know, like on your bindings of the Lesser Gods. We have a Rogue to make up the bonuses. Rogue is okay to go on the character because it does default with attack speed, but it's probably nicer to have in the cube because with these 2 rings that we've got here, Stone of Jordan, we get max spirit on it as a secondary, which obviously helps, and we get elite punch and elemental damage on it, which is very nice. We've got the Zodiac. This gives us a little bit of cooldown, not terribly much, but again, it does have those stats that we love: resource cost reduction, cooldown, and attack speed by default. So I've actually rolled the crit chance off this one for a socket. We've got the crudest boots in the cube for the just gigantic damage. Now, I have played around trying not to use Cyclone Strike and dropping the bindings of the Lesser Gods and taking Reaper's Wraps, again with a view to try and get my resource, but honestly I just think this is the best way because if you make some kind of mistake with your Mystic Allies, you still do have the ability to Cyclone Strike, proccing this extra damage modifier, and it can get you out of trouble. We've got Indium in the cube. You could do Messerschmitts, either is fine. Indium is just a flat 10 seconds off everything. I've been bouncing around between them. You know, either of them is fine. If you're struggling for damage, which you shouldn't be, but you could take Furnace as well, just for a little bit more of an elite punch. Now, why are we taking the Raiment set? Well, the Raiment set basically changes it so that Dashing Strike now costs Spirit. It doesn't cost a charge, okay, unless you run out of Spirit. So if you get your Spirit down to here, it will then stop spending it, and it will basically charge you. So you can basically go around as much as you want until you run out of juice. So basically that's why the resource cost reduction comes in handy, because it means we can do more of these before our tank is empty, and it's why Spirit Regen is just so absolutely godly. In terms of the other items, I think the only one we haven't gone over is the squirts. It's just a bit more damage. You don't necessarily need it. I'm, again, kind of toying between taking this and a Rondels, just for the extra pickup radius, because obviously if we're flying through the map, it is kind of handy to have that extra pickup. But squirts is a bit more damage. To block damage, we've got Serenity Ascension. We've also got a bit of a shield with the Mantra of Healing. Now those two things are going to keep us 100% uptime on squirts, but you know, more damage is more damage. What else do we have? We've got a Gogok of Swiftness for attack speed and cooldown. Dodge chance is kind of nice as well. We've got a Trapped for more damage when we're up close and in the grill of the enemies. Obviously, the gem activates itself, but the freeze from the Mystic Allied Water allies also activates it. And then we've got an Enforcer for more damage. Again, another swap that you could do if you want to get gold whilst doing bounties is to take the Boon of the Hoarder. So I would probably swap out the Bane of the Trapped for that, and keep the cooldown for the Gogok of Swiftness. But again, you could swap it for that one. You want to leave the Enforcer in. That's your main damage gem, so don't take that one out. We've got the all res gems, so these are diamonds in the chest and in the pants, just for a bit more toughness. We've orged up most of this stuff using the soul shards, so we do have 14k main stat. You don't need that much main stat to make this work at all, but it is where we are with the 1200 paragon. Hopefully speaking, you are flying through the content and you do have the orgs and whatnot. If you're struggling for the augments, don't augment the raiment pieces, because chances are you're not going to use them. I don't know why I've done it. I just thought, well, whatever. So yeah, don't be me, guys. Cyclone Strike Implosion is on right click. This is a grouping skill and it does activate those braces. We've got Serenity Ascension for the damage block. We've got Mantra of Healing for circular breathing. Again, a bit more spirit regen here. Epiphany, we go with Insight rather than Desert Shroud. This one gives 50% damage reduction, but Insight just gives us huge spirit regen, so that means more teleportation. Mystic Ally, Water Ally, which is my favourite rune on this. And then Dashing Strike, we may as well go for the dodge chance, because hopefully most of the time we do have it perma available. Beacon of Utah for cooldown, Guardian's Path for spirit regen, Exalted Soul for spirit regen and max spirit, and then near-death experience in case something goes wrong. For the soul shard in the helm, again, this isn't perfect. It's got strength on it. We can move unhindered through enemies. No big deal at all to us because we do have the teleport, but we do get the Mark of Destruction, giving us 1 second off our cooldown. So a bit like a Messerschmitt's Reaver in the hat. And we also get a bit of move speed increase. Again, honestly, any soul shard would do here. It doesn't really make terribly much difference. You could use the Sliver of Hate for the extra attack speed and crit chance if you liked. You can pretty much any of them will be fine, because the build does work off season. We're just making it just a little bit more utility, because obviously we're getting all the cooldown, all the resource cost reduction, gold find out of the helm, which obviously off season we wouldn't do. That is the build. Let's go see if we can find some people to play with and do a set of bounties. I'll show you just how quick it is. Public bounties, obviously, guys, are just a complete lottery. You can get really switched on players in here. You can get complete dopes. You can get bots. It just kind of depends. But we will whiz through it, hopefully. So just the two of us in, some 900 Paragon Demon Hunter. Let's make sure that somebody else is going to join. 600 Paragon Monk and a 1200. So about the same. Right, let's just go. Yeah, so pop the Epiphany. So we've now got the Spirit up. Mystic Allies are activated. We do a nice job of melting stuff as we go. And there we go, that's Bounty 1 done. So we can move off to the second one. It's great for corridors, guys, honestly. Just being able to, like, teleport straight down the line is just fantastic. And obviously, popping the Mystic Allies gives us, because we've got Inner on, does give us Spirit, which is nice. So there you go, that's Bounty 2 done. And obviously we'll go help out the rest of the crew once we're done. We're not gonna be douchey and just sit there. 75 dudes we could kill, so we may as well jump down here and see what we can find. There's that guy boxed off, so just another 15 dudes or so. Grab the Pool of Reflection, always handy. Bounty 3 done. Let's go kill the Butcher, should be pretty easy. The only mistake you can really do with this is just total holding down the teleport button all the time and running out of resource. But again, you'll kind of get the hang of that as you play it a bit more. And let's hope we don't get blocked off on our way to the Butcher. So this should be number 4 done. Just made it. We've got Serenity Ascension to block damage immediately, so you know we should freeze the dude before we kill him, which is nice. So there we go. That is Bounty 4 done. And then last one, Fields of Misery. Let's go do this one. Cleanse a Cursed Chest. So as you can see, we can fly around the map quite a lot. We're not reliant on the in-game. It obviously does give us some benefits, but it's not like, you know, a deal breaker, which is pretty nice. This one takes a little bit of time because we've obviously got to go through the waves, but after this we're done and we can go and move on to the next act. We've got the bonus chest. We've beaten 100 dudes, so we do get to open a second chest. Whether you want to be stopping to pick stuff up doing these bounties, obviously that's totally up to you. I've left a few items just because I'm thinking at this point, you know, it's not gonna make or break my season picking up the odd bit, but I guess something easy like that we will. So there we go, we've done, and let's go do. This guy's tough, so let's go try and kill this guy. I hope we don't get squished. But we should be okay. By the time his second cooldown thing comes, we should have Serenity Ascension back, I'm hoping. But, you know, you can kill all the bosses with this. It's not, you know, it's not squishy. With the freeze of the Mystic Allies, I think is what just makes it just ridiculous. Where are we going? Very easy to get lost on this one, unfortunately. We'll grab that. I think I'm looking for a helm for something, I can't remember what. But yeah, this guy's a pretty tough boss, so let's just show that this does work, provided I don't play it like a complete potato. So we'll shut him up. Shush you. Pop Mystic Allies. So I think we're just going to wait for the animation. Yeah. And Serenity Ascension is back. As is the Mystic Ally. So here we go. There we go. Done. He didn't even get a chance to move. That's bounty number 6 done. Somebody is collecting the bags already, guys. Don't do that. It's super annoying. Let's go do this one. Rathm's Gift. This is a pain in the butt, this one as well, so let's go volunteer for it. Pain in the butt because you never know where these death prison things are going to be. But the freeze is nice. The Epiphany obviously gives us CC immunity and stuff, so we can just pretty easily just stand here and do these. Like that. That maiden got frozen then, which was pretty good. So this is prison 4, and the next one is nearby as well. Where are we? There it is. Can't even see it. So that's bounty 7 done. There you go. All we need now is a snarky message to say that we've done ace. We had to die in the video, didn't we? Never mind. Back on the horse, guys. Off we go. Is it another cursed chest one, this one? I think. Yes, there it is. So yeah, not bad. We've managed to do almost twice as many bounties as needed, which should show the speed. But yeah, it does make playing the bounties a lot more fun this spec, which is always handy. Maybe we'll do a full hour's worth, see how many we can do in an hour, but not today. So there we go. 8 bounties done. Looks like we're all finished. So that didn't take that long. Now, obviously, DH is very fast for bounties. You can play the Inner Monk just normally with like Crimsons. You can play it with Ingeum and Echoing Fury. Just out of interest, let's have a little look and see what this dude's doing. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of people running it like this. Ingeum, Echoing Fury, or guilds. Personally, I prefer my spec just because it does have the infinite perma teleport. But, you know, to each their own. So that is it, guys. That is how we're farming bounties in Season 25. Very fast build, easy to set up, easy to stick together. And yeah, let's fingers crossed for those GG primals out the Reforges. Yeah, I've been the Filthy Casual. Take it easy, guys. Peace.